Kenworth with a flatbed. Nice.
Well, it's 8:59 local time, and finally I can start moving. I'm getting tired a little bit of that yellow thing on my trailer. I noticed that at the end of each trip, you know, it's kind of a relief when you see your trailer empty again. Watching a weather report on TV this morning, and they said that there's another storm coming through Oklahoma and Kansas. So that was good timing that I flew through those two states. This oversized guy was sitting here, no parking area. Now that's the kind of trailer I'm getting. See, this is a 3-axle, but that looks like a 60-inch spacing. And I don't think it's a 53, I think it's a 48-foot step. And mine will have aluminum floor. Downtown Houston. Now, as usual, in a big city like Houston, the most dangerous lane for trucks is the curb lane. Like on this particular stretch of I-45, no trucks are allowed in the left lane. I'm driving in the second lane from the curb or third lane from the left. So there's still another lane left of me where trucks can pass through. The speed limit is 60, you know, so I'm not doing anything wrong. But I'm keeping the curb lane free for people that merge from ramps and people that exit. And quite often when you have more than 4 lanes, one of them ends or, you know, exits. So I find that third lane from the left is always, you know, a good lane to be in. Traffic like this, you know, and I'm doing, what is it, 22 miles per hour now? I can't drive like cars, you know, constantly accelerating and slowing down. I got a 13-speed manual transmission, right? So I don't want to go through shifting every 2 seconds. So what I do is, when there's extremely heavy traffic like this, I keep a gap in front of me, and I look at I'm trying to find the average speed of traffic, you know, when there's a jam, right? So let's say I figure out if I move at 25 miles per hour, I won't have to brake. or maybe 35 miles per hour, right? Depends on the situation. And then I just choose that speed and I stick to it. And I don't care if people jump in front of me, you know, knock yourself out. But I don't want to accelerate to 50 miles per hour and then slow down to 0 2 inches from someone's bumper, right? That's for cars. That's not for heavy trucks, especially when you're loaded. So there's like an art and science to it. Basically, you have to keep your cool and stay away from other vehicles. And that's when I'm glad that my truck is yellow. You know, you need to stick out so that people see you. I'm taking the exit for 610.
Take the exit right, 51, Interstate 610 eastbound, then keep left.
Now look at my GPS, I have no idea if I'm going east or west. There's like a little bypass around the downtown
After
Houston.
100 meters, keep left, then take the freeway. Keep left, then take the freeway.
I'm going east on 610 because the marine terminal where this thing delivers, it's in the southeast part of Houston.
After 1 kilometer, keep left, Interstate 610 eastbound, then keep left.
And I'm on Manchester Street in southeastern Houston, and I'm looking for a terminal here. It's probably that thing up ahead. I think I was here before. Maybe just once. Basically, it's a private facility, basically, where they have docks, you know, and warehouses, and they just store customers' cargo while they're waiting for the ship to pick it up, and they load ships and unload ships. So I thought before it was all like government facility, like facilities that did this, but evidently there's lots of private money involved here. I know it's called the Manchester Terminal. It's a huge place, and I think this road basically goes right there. All I have to do is just look for the main entry. Probably all those oversized guys up ahead. Yeah, I think I see a security, like a guardhouse. And so to enter this, you need to have a TWIC card, you know, TWIC, Transportation Workers Identification Card. And I have one of those. Alright, so I'll just line up behind this guy with a wheelless cat dozer and see what happens.
Your destination on your right.
And there was a truck sitting on the right at Pete with a step deck. He has some kind of a crane boom. And I opened my window, asked him, I said, are you in line? And he said, no, I'm waiting for the car. And I know what he means because it happened to me before. Basically, when you don't have your TWIC card, that, you know, Transportation Workers Identification Card, and it just looks like a fast card. So when you don't have that card, you cannot enter the port unless you're escorted. And there's private companies that make money like that. So basically they charge you like 45 bucks an hour, and they send a guy with a car or a minivan or a pickup truck, and he has this TWIC card, and he's allowed to escort the driver, let's say like in this case this Pete, and that guy, the twig guy, has to stay with him all the time while he's being, let's say, unloaded. So sometimes they can take, especially in the port, it can take like 4 hours. So if I didn't have my twig card, let's say in that case, I would have to pay him, 45 times 4. But some of them charge more than that. So that's why after like a few years, I finally, found their website, and it costs like, I don't know, 50 bucks, 150 bucks, I don't remember, but it's much cheaper than using the services of this twig guy. So I got my card, and it's valid for 5 years. So now I can enter any port in US with no escorts, And I can see a sign on the left where the flags are. It says Manchester Terminal. So that's clearly my destination. And I'm looking at all these cranes and containers, and I'm thinking about my friend that drives for Quality Carriers and wants to leave trucking, but not sure what field, to go in. And I think that would be a great business. If you have a few $1 million to spare, all you need is, I don't know, one crane, one loader, a couple of docks, and rent a warehouse, and you can make the big bucks. And a few years back, he bought a brand new house for like 340,000 bucks, and then he said 2 years later that house was worth like 450. So I think if he sells it, he can buy at least some major parts for a big crate, Can be a start. Now they send us to scale, and the guy in front of me, see that yellow thing? That's the third truck. It's the part for my trailer. It's basically the huge gooseneck, and that gooseneck alone weighs about almost 48,000 pounds. So my half deck weighs about 36. So the other half deck is 36. So that's 72, and add 48 for the gooseneck. Can you believe like how huge that trailer will be when it's finally assembled? Now he did not position his trailer correctly on the scale. See, his right tire is on the ground. So the scale guy says you have to move. And some of these places, they're pretty tight, So now we scale, and now we're going inside the actual port. There's another gate here, and I'm remembering now, and basically here you give them all your paperwork, and they tell you like your final destination, which dock, I remember last time I was somewhere on the other side there. Okay, I'm parked now, so I can move this a little bit just to show you guys. See over there where those cranes are? Like one crane is moving. I was basically on that side of the building, and to get there you have to drive around, and basically you end up right next to the water. And they have storage, spots there. And you park there, you start unstrapping, unchaining, and then maybe, I don't know, 2 hours later, an unloader, like a big forklift or a little crane, depends what you have, right, shows up and unload you. So, right, now I went through that other gate, and the guy climbed on top, and with the measuring tape, and he measured pretty much every surface of my load and told me where to go. So now I have to make a big circle and find my crane. And they have these steel plates on the road. I really hate those. tires, you know, in a second. Now, air horns are prohibited in this area because they have some protected species of fish in here. In this, what is this? Gulf Stream? Oh, I think this is more like Atlantic Ocean. And I see the gooseneck guy, so that's where I have to go. I have to follow this gooseneck guy. That's my lead. And we meet again. Now the line to the crane is moving slowly, but half of these guys are basically empty. You know, they were just waiting to get out, and the road is pretty narrow, so you cannot get out unless the truck in front of you can go.
Well, the gooseneck guy is finally near the crane. They hooked up all the chains, or what do we call them? Cables. They had some trouble with one cable. It got stuck on top there. The guy had to climb all the way there. And now they're lifting the 48,000 pound piece. And usually, yeah, they don't lift it right up, you know, because the crane does have all the power, like you can jerk it up, but they don't want to hit anything because this thing can spin, you know. And actually, it turns out I talked to the driver, and his destination is different from mine. So it is a part for the trailer like mine, but it's just not for this particular trailer. Because mine load, I think, goes to Peru, and his this gooseneck is going to Brazil. Well, I'm ready to back. Sitting right next to that dirt spot, right, that I'm supposed to go in. The crane is there. What's missing from the equation is the crane operator. The guy just walked out, the young guy, put on his hat, and he's sipping some Diet Coke or something, and he says, "Another crane operator will be with you shortly." Anyway, all the guys here are Spanish or Mexican. The younger ones speak perfect English, but they're all bilingual. And oh, one thing I wanted to say is that gooseneck, the guy brought with a double drop trailer with 2 axles plus 1 flip, and we talked about the pricing, how much each load paid gross, and turns out his load for the same miles, and his was pretty heavy, so he still had to get permits, and it was I think like 12.6 or 13 feet tall, but his load paid twice what my load paid. So there you have it, just the same miles, 27 or 2,800 miles, and the guy gets just his one piece, but smaller than mine. But he did, and I'm pretty sure he put less chains than I did, because his piece is shorter. But see, he made a whole bunch more money than me. 2:36 local time, and I'm still here. I still have the trailer half deck on my trailer. I don't know what these guys are waiting for now. They decided to remove that attachment and just use the cables, but now there's no crane operator. So it looks like these guys are on break again. They are unionized, and I haven't had a break since morning. All I ate in 8 hours is a protein bar, and I had 2 coffees at the truck stop, right? And it's 2:48 right now, and I'm still not unloaded. So that's 3:36 local time. All these union guys just kicking back, Still no crane operator. And I'm still sitting. Just have 2 chains left on the piece. I'm ready to, to move. And there's nothing we can do here. And finally the cables are attached. And on day 10, after I started my trip, that stupid half-deck trailer is leading my trip. So I'm just scaling on my way out. Well, what is it? 5:53 Eastern, so 4:53, 5 o'clock, and I'm standing at a U.S. Customs office here, and Office City Plaza it's called. Basically, they stamped my paperwork, cancel my bond. So now I can go. Everything is done. So all I need now is just when I get to my hotel, I'll just scan all the paperwork and email it to Landstar. And my cutoff day is Wednesday, and today is Monday. So they're gonna pay me for this trip whatever's left, because I took some cash advances. So whatever's left, they're gonna pay me Friday. So, and that's the end of the long trip from British Columbia to Houston, Texas. So now you guys, if you watch all the vids for this trip, like day 1, day 2, day 3, you'll have a pretty good understanding of what the job of a trucker, entails, and what it's like to be on the road. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.